Today we're joined by none other than Ryan Shamrock, in the wrestling world, Ryan Shamrock. Thank you for being here today. I guess let's talk about the background of yourself. How did you get involved with pro wrestling, and were you a fan of it when you were growing up?
No, I was never a fan of it. And I got involved in it through a friend of mine who I guess is a really big wrestling fan. And he knew Bruce Pritchard from Houston somehow. And they were coming to Houston, right where I lived. And he wanted me to do this little spot, little plant in the audience for this big WWF whatever. And I was like, no, sorry. I was like, what is it? What are you talking about? I didn't even know what WWF stood for. So he told me they'd pay me $500 and it was 2 minutes from my house and it'd take me like 5 minutes. So I did it. And then it just kept going and going. That was the first time I'd ever even heard of like Stone Cold or The Rock or I didn't know anything about wrestling. No. I didn't even know that it still existed. I mean, I remember flipping through the channels when I was like 5 and seeing Hulk Hogan, but at the time I only knew 2 wrestlers in the whole world, and one of them was Hulk Hogan, the other one was the guy who does the Slim Jim commercials.
Randy Savage.
That's it.
Basically, who was your first angle with? Was it Godfather?
No.
All right. What was
the first angle?
What? When you were put in the audience?
Oh yeah, I was in the audience, and Billy Gunn
Okay.
and Val Venis came out and messed with me, I guess, to make Ken mad, so he would come out and beat them up. And I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, they're like, just go sit in the audience and they'll come out. I'm like, well, who? They're like, Billy Gunn's gonna come out and he's gonna moon you. And I'm like, okay, who's Billy Gunn? They're like, you gotta point him out to me so I know what the guy looks like when I see him coming out. And they're like, okay, well, you'll know. They'll come to you. I was like, okay. So just sitting there, like, with all these wrestling fans that I didn't even know. I was like, just hanging out. And they came out and did their thing. So I thought it was goofy, but I just did it and I got my $500 and I left.
So after the angle, did you go in the back at all, or was that it? After you were done the angle with him?
No, I left.
You just left?
Yeah, I was like, it was Monday night. I was going to Cecil's. So I just got my money. I was like, bye. I didn't even talk to anybody. No one. I just went in and did it and left.
Who contacted you to return to the company?
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
Somebody called and they said, because we signed a release form.
Right.
And they, obviously I put my address and phone number on there, and they called, I guess, 3 or 4 days later or something. It was before the next Monday Night Raw. And just said they were from the WWF. I had no idea who it even was. Maybe it was Bruce Pritchard. Who knows? But asked if I would come to Phoenix to do the next one. And my mom lived there, so I was like, sure, yeah, I'll go. And then left again. And, just went home, did my thing. And then they called again, like before the next one, which was in Toronto. And then it just kept going and going and going after that.
How were you treated by the wrestlers and females on your first night backstage?
I never talked to any of them. I didn't even see any of them. Like, I didn't even, like, I saw people standing around me going, they're Stone Cold. And I'm like, who's Stone Cold? Like, why are all these people, like, all excited about this? What's going on? And he's, like, the only person I saw. I mean, obviously, they introduced me to Ken.
Right.
And then I saw Billy Gunn and Val when they came out. I mean, I watched the show because I was sitting out there for half of it. And that's it. Like, I didn't even see any other girls while I was there.
Did you sense any jealousy from any of the other girls at all?
After a while, yes. I guess they assumed, just like I did, that it was just going to be once, and then just twice, and then just 3 times, and then it kept going and going. And at first it was not really, but then after a while, I don't know. Girls are girls.
Do you think that they were nervous about you taking their spots?
Well, I don't see why they would be, but that's what everybody else said.
Right.
They were just, I was younger and new, and they were, you know what I mean? It's like, that's just human nature, though, to think, it's, there's new people moving in. What are they doing? Moving out the old? You know what I mean? You think that, but it didn't happen,
Right.
So I don't think that was ever their plans.
What are some of your memories of filming the vignettes you did with Val Venis?
I remember going to Phoenix thinking that I was going to do some little audience plant thing again. And they're like, hey, why don't you get in this shower with Val Venis? I was like, oh my God, hold on. I have to call my dad. Dad, I'm out here doing this wrestling thing. Well, they want me to do something a little different this time. And he's like, what? I'm like, well, they want me to get in the shower with this guy. He starts laughing. So I'm like, okay, I can do it because Dad's laughing. And then I did it. I thought, I had never even watched. I wish I would have watched WWF before I was ever on it because then I would have understood what the hell's going on a little. You know, I was lost. I was like,
what did you think of the product right off the bat?
The show was, you know, I mean, as far as like production and everything, like the first night that I watched the show, I was impressed by all the pyro and all, you know, it was good. I mean, they're all really good actors and everybody's really talented and stuff. So,
was there anybody backstage that took you under their wing and tried to teach you the ropes?
Well, at first Luna did. She was like the first one who was like, "Come here, Ryan," and she's super cool. She's the one who told Vince Russo that I should go to the WWF training, whatever you call it.
Right, training school.
Yeah, that. And start learning how to wrestle. So as soon as, like, she was talking to me about it, and then the next day they called me and told me they wanted me to come up and, you know, I mean, so as soon as she said it, it happened. And that was fun.
Did Val Venis ever hit on you outside the ring at all?
No.
No, okay. Was there any ever sexual harassment by any of the boys at all, or nah?
Sexual harassment?
Like, did anybody hit on you at all outside the ring?
Well, of course they hit on you, but do I consider that sexual harassment?
In the workplace?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I hit on them. I hope they don't say I sexually harassed them.
Were you taught how to wrestle or take bumps when you went to the dojo, to the school?
Yeah, by Tom Pritchard.
Tom.
Yeah, it was really fun. I like Tom.
Was it overwhelming? Like, take us through your training.
Well, I was with Shannon Hall. She got hired with them, but then she never really worked. Right. I don't think. You know Shannon Hall, the boxer?
I know.
Okay.
She's super cool chick, too. So the first day we get to wherever it is, Stamford, and we wake up the next morning after wrestling. We're just like, you want to go eat? Okay. Like, I mean, we were so, oh my God. It was like, I don't even work out. You know what I mean? I'm like, because I didn't do any kind of exercising whatsoever. And they had me like doing bumps and all this crazy stuff. But it was good. I'm glad I liked learning how to wrestle. I didn't actually ever want to do it on TV.
Right.
I don't think that's attractive. I think the girls should stand there and go, rather than be like all selling and
right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think guys really want to see you get all beat up and sweaty and make funny faces. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So I didn't really want to do it on TV, but I liked learning how.
At that point in time, what was going through your mind? Did you like, oh, this is for me or this is not for me?
The entire time I was thinking this is not for me. I never thought this is for me ever in wrestling, but it was fun.
What were you doing before wrestling as far as occupation?
I was in high school. I was 19 when I started working at WWF.
Right.
I'm only 22 now, so.
I think actually one of the first times I met you, you were with Trish Stratus backstage. It was the same night that she came into the company. It was in Philadelphia, actually. It was like maybe your first or second week in the company.
Trish Stratus worked there when I worked there?
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
I don't think she worked there, but she was there.
She was there. She didn't. She wasn't on TV yet.
WrestleMania in Philly?
No, it wasn't Wrestle. It was at Raw. Yeah, she was just backstage. It was before she did TV. I was talking to her? You guys were hanging out, and I actually came up to you and I thought you were Trish because I'd never seen her yet.
Maybe we were standing next to each other.
Yeah, you were.
But I don't know. You know what? I just met her, I thought it was the first time at WrestleMania in Toronto.
No, she was there. She probably wasn't working yet, though.
I didn't even know that I met her. Wow. I know now.
There's more than you do.
Was it overwhelming?
Tell me some more about me.
Anyway, was it overwhelming being in front of many fans? That many fans? Never doing this before?
Not really overwhelming. I was a drama student, you know, so it was fun. Like, it was really, at first it was crazy because, you know, I went out there and sat in the audience. Nobody even looked at me because nobody knew I was going to do anything. The next day, as soon as they see me, they're like, Ryan. I'm like, why are these people calling me Ryan? Why are they chasing me? You know, I was like, what the hell's going on? And then, like, just barely like a week or two into it, you know, or maybe not a week, maybe like a month, because that's only like 4 shows or something.
Right.
They, you know, the fans were always screaming, Ryan, this, whatever, when I was walking out. And then I'm walking out for some show, and somebody's like, Alicia, and I'm looking around thinking it's my friends, you know, I'm like, who's here? You know, like, I'm like looking everywhere trying to find like this friend of mine, and finally I see the guy who's saying I've never seen him before in my life, you know what I mean? And obviously that, you know, then I just realized, whoa, these people are like really into it, you know what I mean? Like, then they've done research on you, and they've found out who you are, where you live, like crazy. I would get notes on my door
Stalker.
in my house. Seriously, like under my floor, under my doormat.
At your house?
Like going, yeah, like, hey, Ryan Shamrock, I'm a big fan, you know, blah, blah, blah. Here. Like, okay.
Time to get a new job.
Yeah, right. Time to move. I moved in like 2 weeks.
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.